Here's a long story in English on the topic The Invention of the Tractor, written in the past perfect tense as you asked. The Invention of the Tractor. By the time the first tractors appeared in the late 19th century, farmers had already struggled with heavy manual labor for centuries. They had depended on horses and oxen to plow their fields, but animals were slow, expensive to maintain, and often unreliable. Agriculture needed something stronger and more efficient. Before tractors, inventors had experimented with steam engines. By the mid-1800s, some engineers had attached steam power to plows and wagons. These machines were powerful, but they were huge, heavy, and difficult to operate. By the time the idea of a practical tractor appeared, steam machines had proven to be too costly for everyday farmers. In 1892, John Froelich, an American inventor from Iowa, had built the first gasoline-powered tractor. Before creating it, he had studied the problems of steam engines and had realized that farmers needed a smaller and more reliable machine. Froelich's tractor could move forward and backward, which no other machine of the time had done. By the early 1900s, companies like Hart-Parr had already started producing tractors on a larger scale. In fact, Hart-Parr had coined the very word tractor in 1907. Before that, people simply called them traction engines. Meanwhile, John Deere and other manufacturers had been producing farm tools, plows for decades. By the time they entered tractor production, they had gained the trust of thousands of farmers. When Deere finally released its tractors, the company's reputation meant that many farmers quickly accepted the new machines. By the 1920s, tractors had replaced animal power on many farms in America and Europe. Farmers who once had spent days plowing fields with horses now finished the same work in hours. Agriculture was never the same again. Looking back, the invention of the tractor was not the work of a single man. It was the result of decades of attempts and failures. By the time tractors became a common sight in the fields, inventors had combined the lessons of steam power, gasoline engines, and practical farming needs. Humanity entered a new era of agriculture because of what those early inventors had achieved. Would you like me to now create a dialogue version of this? For example, two farmers talking about how tractors had been invented, so you can practice past